Congratulations also go out to those students who have finally received their CSEC diplomas. As you know, the CXC or CSEC exams that are taken in May by St. Martin Academy and St. Dominic School, they get their results pretty late in August. Some of them are still able to go on to their tertiary education, but they do not receive their diplomas until December. So the past 2 days have been dedicated to that, and I must say St. Martin has a lot to be proud of. We not only have top graduates in the region, we have top graduates in the arts, in music, and in dance as well. The first group of CSEC dance examinants or candidates had their exams, and all of them passed with distinction. There were 4 students from the St. Dominic School, and both St. Dominic and St. Martin Academy were able to have, I believe it was in total 5 students in the region who placed in the top 10. So I am very, very, very proud that we are not only academically strong, but we are showing that we are focusing on the total child, and that each child within their strength can show that their intelligence is intelligence that will make a difference for St. Martin. So congratulations once again to all of the graduates, but a special congratulations to the ones who scored top on the island and top in the region. The sports facilities have been assessed by the NSI and and the insurance companies, and some reconstruction as well as is being fixed. Some of the fixing has started. I know many have been asking, and especially I see Mr. Cyrillian here. I know I could not miss saying something about the sports department. The good thing about sports is that we do have the NSI, the National Sports Institute, which we fund and which is able to also get funding from outside. The National Olympic Committee also from the Netherlands has pledged support. So sooner rather than later, we will be seeing that most of our facilities will be back up and running. They have pledged also sport materials for our athletes. And I expect that by March, we will see a big difference where that is concerned. But all of those discussions were ongoing. Also within the cabinet, I must thank Sandro Garcia for taking the lead with the NOC and connecting them also with the NSI here on St. Martin and the Sports Federation, who are the ones that we charge with the execution of sports. So the sports facilities are being repaired. They're on our short list as well, or some of them that can be repaired quickly. And hopefully we can see that come to pass, as well as the district courts. Many of the youth have been calling out to the ministry as to when we will see those. And this is what happens when you get the schools up and running. The rest start to say, but what about me? You know, what about sports? And what about arts, you know? So NIA actually and most of the other cultural artistic schools are back up and running, though there is some damage at the youth center. However, a lot of the sports, mostly outdoors and in the daytime, they can take place because of most of the lights, etc., being damaged. Those will take, of course, a longer time to repair. However, we will see at least some quick fixes within the next 2 months, or starting as soon as possible and hopefully ending within the next 2 months. Also, much of the school materials have been distributed. We received also last week another shipment of chairs and tables, which was, I believe, the 3rd tranche from the Netherlands, and those were also distributed to the schools. And I would like to say a great big thank you to all of those who helped make it possible. Christmas is here, and we were happy to have our Thanksgiving service and opening of the Christmas season. As I drive around, I see many people still putting up their lights and their decorations, and despite what we have been through, we are showing our resiliency and the hope that is Jesus Christ coming to save this world, that we are celebrating Christmas. As such, the ministry, though it is not as much as we would like to, is still having a very special Christmas celebration. Still working on getting the districts as we would like. I saw at least South Reward got their tree lit. I'd like to see more and more districts come on board with that. But on the 22nd, Friday upcoming, there will be the St. Martin Strong Christmas Parade. This has been organized with the Division Education Innovations, Janelle Presentacion James being the lead on that We've also collaborated with Magic for the school tour. I did see a bit of that in the paper today where they went out and gave back to some of the schools, putting on performances for their end or Christmas programs. Thank you, Magic, for coming on board. He has been actually since before the hurricane. He's like, Christmas is my thing and I want to do something. And we really encourage those within the community with great ideas to get in contact, especially with the Innovations Bureau, because they are the ones that carry out the projects of the Culture Department and other departments within the ministry. And so they are the ones that have to pull it, as you would say. So any ideas and collaboration we can get from the community is always welcome. So back to the parade. It will be this Friday. It starts at 5:30 p.m. and starts at the Walter J. Nisbet Road, better known as the Pondville Road, in front of the Sports Auditorium. The route it will take is in the Phillipsburg area, the Pondville Road, as I said before, Walter Nisbet, Percy LaBega Street, Karakoff Street, Front Street, Emma Plain, Wancho Ruskin Boulevard, back down to the Walter Nisbet Road, to the Salt Pickers Roundabout, the Swaliga Boulevard, right here in front of the Festival Village, ending in front of the Festival Village. Spectators are encouraged to come out and support this parade, enjoy the musical tunes of New Generation Status Drum Band, Yume's Boys and Girls, who are exceptional, by the way, Dow's Ebony Steel Orchestra. You get to see our youth in action, both on the drums and on the pans. DJ Polly, our local DJ, will also be there. We'll have special appearances from the Funtopias, Tilt Walkers, Disney characters such as Mickey Mouse, Elsa, and Olaf, and of course Santa Claus. We wouldn't have a Christmas parade without Santa Claus and his helpers. So we're proud to, as ministry, still able to spread the holiday cheer and round off the year's activities with what we started out with right after the hurricane, St. Martin, hashtag St. Martin Strong, and now with the Christmas parade. We've also redone the t-shirts to have a Christmas flair. So if you already have a St. Martin Strong t-shirt, you can still get another one. This one now exemplifying Christmas. And basically, we would like families and the community to remember that 'tis the season for fetting and merrymaking. Jollification is a part of our culture. Share, share, and share alike. It's not so much about gifts, but it's about making sure we all have at least our basic needs. So those that have plenty, you know how it goes. Share, jollification, whether it's your home, whether it's your food, come together as communities. Let us remember what St. Martin is all about. Anyone needing further information on the parade should contact Janelle at janelle.presentacion@stmartingov.org or call at 550-8377 during working hours for further updates. And of course, you'll see the flyer in the paper, etc., to get more information. And one other St. Martin Strong event that I must say was quite a big success was the auction of the paintings done by the school children. We must say that all of our bidders are following through and actually purchasing and paying, and we'll be having a special ceremony to award the schools the checks, which they have won based on the paintings done by their students with the support of the staff.
Hey guys, did you know that now with Telcel, if you accumulate $25 or more within one calendar month, you get 15 more?
15 more?
Yes, 15 more. However you want.
So I can top up $3 now, $10 next week, and so on until I reach or pass $25?
That's right. Get 15 more.
Wow! I feel like a 15 again.
Yeah. Right. Accumulate $25 or more within one calendar month and get 15 more. Telcel, when you want more.
GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Megawati is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy-saving products. Save some green with NV.
Now, you know that there are some locals also that's go by the government to get documents to open a business, and it takes them very long to get it open. I don't know much for the Chamber of Commerce, but I mostly hear a lot of complaint about on the governance section side. But would you be able to assist those people to able to get through with a license for them to be able to operate?
Well, the license part is definitely a part coming from the economic affairs. I don't know the process, how it works and why it takes so long. I find it take rather long indeed. In Holland, if you go, you would hear me referring to Holland a lot because I lived there and I did business for 14 years. So there you walk in today and you walk out with everything within a half an hour to an hour. You have all your licenses ready to operate. So I'm not sure why it takes so long. I think being on the board of directors, that's a question that I would be able to ask. And I think that answer could be answered. And I don't think I'm the first one asking it, but I think it could go faster. But once again, that's on the side of the economic affairs. I'm not sure the chamber. I think the chamber, once you go, you write in, you get your eggs up one time, you know, once the name is cleared for your business. If it's a sole proprietor, of course, if it's a NV or BV, you have to deal with the notary and those stuff to set up your statuten. But I definitely going to try find out why or what we as a board of directors could do to speed up that process.
Any plans in your to have like cinemas that people could able to come and learn how to open a business and what all does it takes to run a business? That's anywhere in your plan?
Yeah, that's definitely vision because you know, you have to educate in order to elevate. So I think educating the young business persons or entrepreneurs is going to be very important in trying to establish a healthy entrepreneurship or small business community. So that's definitely in one of my ideas to create, but not the regular just come in here, you know. You got to be creative because the attention span nowadays is small. So you got to do it in a creative way in order for people to comprehend it and also to keep their attention so that they have enough information to put it into practice when they go back to their businesses. So I definitely think so.
Now, I turn the call to another side. Were you contented and happy enough that people choose you to be on the board of the Chamber of Commerce? What was the feelings of that? Overwhelming.
I mean, you know, I got 101 votes, and how I understand it, that's a lot of votes for a first timer. So I'm definitely grateful and humble about the businesses that put their vote towards me. I think what's even more interesting is that I feel like the entire St. Martin was rallying behind me, business or no business. And moreover, the results as well now feel like, now that I managed to get on this board of directors, everybody are happy. Makes it hard for me because, you know, the higher you go, the thinner the air, the harder to breathe. But nevertheless, I've been working towards something like this, and I'm going to put my best foot forward and do my best, you know, do my best to make sure I keep my word and at least make a difference.
Now, I know there's only one of you, which is yourself. You don't have two of yourself. How do you manage to do, now you take on another task. How do you find in time to do all these things? Without any sleep?
Well, I don't know. I mean, look, it looks like a lot from outside, but I'm a guy that does a lot of planning, you know, where it's more than what meets the eye. A lot of people will look at me and think I'm just running because I'm running. But most of the things I'm doing, I've been planning for 2-3 years ago. So I'm in the execution phase, you know, and I plan it. You know, if you don't have things planned, it's going to be chaos. So like they always say, proper planning prevents poor production. So even this step, 2 or 3 years ago, I was advised to run for the board of directors, and I was not ready. So, you know, if you look at it now, when I saw it come across again, I find like, yes, I'm ready. I have done enough on the streets to know what's going on. I've worked with enough small businesses to hear their grievances, and I feel like my success could motivate someone else to follow. You know, I'm young, and I still have a long way to go, God spare my life. So it's not as busy as you think. Of course, it's busier than the average Joe, but everything is still programmed.
Now, you know the holidays, knowing that you're a businessman yourself and you're an entertainer and a producer of music and everything, you know how all the works that you do. I can't probably name all of them. so many caps. It's a holiday coming up. What do you have to share to us and take your time out to wish people out?
Well, I definitely would like to take time out and wish the entire St. Martin a blessed Christmas and a prosperous New Year. You know, Irma came and changed our lives, but like they say, Mother Nature has her way of removing the old to make way for the new. So I'm telling St. Martin, you know, Christmas is coming despite the fact that you don't have a roof. Some of us don't have food. Some of us don't have jobs, which means we don't have money. But there's one thing we have to give thanks for, is for life. Because the fact that we have life means that we are able to wake up tomorrow. So, you know, reminisce on what happened. And I could just say, you know, God bless St. Martin. And I think we will smile again because St. Martin is strong.
People all across St. Martin are switching to a more rewarding experience. The WIB MasterCard Fun Miles credit card, better known as My Card. Earn 1 fun mile for every $2 spent, even abroad and online. This will quickly get you a ton of fun miles to redeem for travel, shopping, food, fuel, and much more. But there's more to My Card. Worldwide acceptance, an EMV chip for extra security, and 250 free fun miles with first use. Switch to My Card today at WIB.
Fun miles, from within your reach.
Hey guys, did you know that now with Telcel, if you accumulate $25 or more within 1 calendar month, you get 15 more?
15 more?
Yes, 15 more. However you want.
So I can top up $3 now, $10 next week, and so on until I reach or pass $25?
That's right. Get 15 more.
Wow! I feel like a 15 again.
Yeah. Right. Accumulate $25 or more within 1 calendar month and get 15 more. Telcel, when you want more.
It's been said that behind every door, possibility awaits. How much possibility depends on which door you open first. Every day, we help our customers discover the possibilities in their lives. It all starts with a conversation. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
Certain steps have been made and certain agreements also have been made by which we would have, for instance, what we call the early recovery projects. And it is expected, and I'm hoping that tomorrow, the State Secretary, Mr. Knops, would be announcing the Dutch position on those early recovery projects. And these projects can be implemented immediately prior to the finalization of the setting up of the agreements with the World Bank. And these projects can be directly financed by the Netherlands or eventually come off the total amount once the whole thing is finalized with the World Bank. So that is in process. In our legislative procedure, the law that was passed in Parliament still has to go through the vetting of the Ombudsman. The Ombudsman have 6 weeks to do so. The hope is that considering that it was a law that was already passed before and the concerns that were made pertaining to that law were all addressed, that this process can go swiftly. I've also requested the Netherlands not to wait until that process is finalized to consider that St. Martin have met the condition. The condition was that Parliament approved the law, and that happened, that was done. So I consider that St. Martin has met both conditions, and it's now time to get going and let's get the needed assistance to the people, and also very important to revive the economy of this country. I think because we are pretty much cleaned up, things are getting back in the running, but there's a lot of hidden damage yet, and one of those big hidden damages is the economy, because if we don't get that back up and running quick in a good way, then the real hurt of the hurricane is still yet to come. So I'm confident that if we continue like how we are going now, that things would work out well. So I would also await to hear tomorrow from the Netherlands their position on these early recovery projects, while we continue to work on the big trust fund. To that effect, we had representatives of the World Bank on the island last week, and they held meetings with our senior government officials, the SGs, and the results of those meetings are now being worked out. It is expected that once the Netherlands confirm that the conditions have been met by St. Martin, that was stated, St. Martin would send an official request to the World Bank for their involvement. So that is on the move, and I expect things to keep moving forward swiftly. In connection therewith, also the Council of Ministers has adopted and approved a structure, a local structure for us, how we will be dealing with this whole recovery process. It was chosen to have not have the regular organization to deal with it, but as was also recommended in the in the interim report of the National Recovery Plan, to have an organization set up specifically to deal with these with the whole recovery process. A proposal to that effect was presented to the Council of Ministers, and yesterday in their meeting, that was approved. On the justice front, the assistance that has been requested both for the police and the prison is ongoing. A request to extend the term of the assistance for the police beyond January the 5th has been submitted. We are awaiting a final response on that, but we are positive hopeful that it would be that would be honored. As far as the prison is concerned, there are 14 prison officers that are assisting with the immediate guarding of the perimeters of both the Point Blanche prison and the Simpson Bay facility. This process is going very well. The first group of officers that were here will be returning to the Netherlands, and the second group has already arrived and sworn in. They relieve each other every 6 to 7 weeks. A new group for now would come. Also, for the family of the inmates that were temporarily sent abroad, it may be good to know that they are all doing well, and there are no hiccups or no problems with their stay abroad. As I said before, the ministry is presently working on the guidelines for the election, and within soon these would be released or made known to the public. In closing, as this would be definitely the final press briefing before the Christmas, and maybe the final press briefing in general, I must say that the situation under which we are working now is not a desirable one. We are a caretaker government confronted with a lot of important things to do and decisions to make, and basically working on a day-to-day basis, because you do not know exactly if you have 1, 2, 3, or 4 days yet to go. It's a very, very undesirable situation, and I can speak from personal experience, because you do not want to not do what you're supposed to do, but on the other hand, you're not supposed to do what you need to do because you are in a caretaker situation.